This is my last vlog review to do because my throat's getting killed. And I mentioned before in the last video that the Wii U version of Sonic Lost World is a winner. I absolutely love the Wii U version of Sonic Lost World. Would recommend, absolutely. The 3DS version of Sonic Lost World, however, this is the worst Dimps Sonic game they have ever made. And I know some asshole's gonna make a wisecrack, no, Sonic the Hedgehog 4 was the worst. It totally didn't get what the classics were about. Sure, I get why you don't like those games, but no. If you would actually prefer playing Frozen Factory 3 over anything in Sonic 4, I don't get you. Okay, so what should be fun about a Sonic title is that you're Sonic, you're running, you're beating up badniks, hitting springs, and then eventually you'll hit a roboticizer at the end, and that'll be a level. Cool! And you know what? The first two zones of the 3DS version are pretty much that. Windy Hill's pretty fine. Desert Ruins are pretty fine. The first problem is apparent with those two zones, that the levels go on a little bit too long. This is a problem with every level in the game. It seems like they thought, you know, we made you do something 2 or 3 times, let's make you do it a 4th time. But you know, length isn't the problem. I like Sonic Heroes, and I somewhat like Sonic Unleashed, and I would admit the levels in those go on a little too long. But the real problem with Sonic Lost World on 3DS is that it just keeps forcing some stupid gameplay gimmick down your throat that isn't fun, that's way too strict with the time limit, and it always makes what should be Sonic running through a level, hitting springs, and makes it, okay, now you have to activate this wisp in order to get through this underwater section. Okay, now you have to push snowballs into these holes in order to open the gate. Okay, now you have to be the asteroid wisp over this bottomless pit in Sky Road 2, and if you fuck up a little tiny jump and you screw up one little pixel of platforming, guess what? The asteroid wisp goes away, and then you gotta backtrack all the way to where the last asteroid wisp container was and build up that asteroid fucking garbage collection by running into more badniks and more things until you actually get it right. Ugh. There are so many gimmicks in this fucking version that just drag a level so much. Silent Forest 1 on Wii U, pretty freaking great. A little bit short, but hey, it's great. It's platforming, it's Sonic going through a level. What's Silent Forest 1 on the 3DS? They introduced the Quake Wisp. And the Quake Wisp doesn't get controlled by the control stick, he gets controlled by the gyroscope controls, meaning you have to tilt the Nintendo 3DS from left to right in order to move the Quake Wisp, and you have to hold the R button down to make it go faster, but if the Quake Wisp is going too fast, it might just roll off the cliff, and then you completely screw up your thing, and then Sonic gets stuck on some mossy green swamp area, and he has to walk all the way to the next Quake Wisp capsule, and you have to do it again, and again, and again, until you've memorized the level and you've gotten it down pat to get an S rank. Wow, that's fun! They have an underwater level in Tropical Coast 3 where you have to be the Yellow Wisp. And I swear, the way that the Yellow Wisp moves in that area is so fucking picky. It's so, it feels like a Sonic 06 Mach Speed section. They have a row of Yellow Wisp containers in a row. It's horizontal bar, you know? All I have to do is run into one of them. There's like 10 of them, and all I have to do is run into one of them. And every time I play that level, it feels like I go just underneath the capsule or just above the capsule. And guess what? If I miss a capsule, I have to backtrack my Yellow Wisp until I hit those capsules. And if I can't hit it when I backtrack because I'm running out of time, I drop into the underwater bottomless pit. Guess what? That shit gets fucking old really fast when you're doing it 5 times in a level. It's bad enough you're doing it 1 or 2, but fucking 5? Why drag the level out that freaking long? These levels feel like gauntlets. They feel like tedious chores. What makes Frozen Factory 3 the worst level in the game is the fact that they have all these confusing mishmash of different alternate pathways you can take, and it's about rolling snowballs, rolling them and rolling them and rolling them so they get bigger and bigger and bigger, and putting them into specific holes that they fit into so that a spring box will open and then you can hit this spring or something. Typical Sonic 06 bullshit where they keep you in one area for the longest time because you have to keep hitting all these switches or destroy this amount of enemies or doing this amount of shit with snowballs. stuff that just drags and makes Sonic slow to a crawl every fucking level. It feels like every level in this game is a puzzle. It's not a platforming level, it's always a puzzle where you have to work around, discover how you get through the area, and it's just tedious to slog through. I don't care if this is Sonic, if this was Pac-Man, I would think this level is bullshit. And the snowball level, they have these giant killer snowmen who are chasing you, and penguinators who are chasing you. And so every time they're getting close to you, you have to stop rolling the snowball to fight them off. And if they destroy the snowball, you gotta go and make another one. And then it just gets so friggin' tedious. And they have all these different alternate paths that just go to red rings. They don't go to the exit, which is all I'm trying to get to. They just go to red rings. And so I find when I find the red ring, I wasted my time. There was no point in me going to this particular direction. Oh, the level design is god-awful. Hey, do you want to know what the worst special stage in the history of Sonic is? Guess what? It's in Sonic Lost World on 3DS. Proud achievement, isn't it? They have basically what is Blue Sphere. I mean, it's not quite Blue Sphere. You don't run into red spheres and then instantly lose the thing. But you're floating in space, and you gotta guide Sonic into all the blue spheres, and once you've collected all of them, the shield around the Chaos Emerald goes away, and you can pick it up, and hooray! Sounds fun, right? Too bad the entire fucking special stage is controlled with gyroscope controls. What does that mean? You can't sit in your chair and play this and have fun. You can hold the X button down and it sort of resets the gyroscope controls so that you can go left, hit X, move your 3DS back, let go of X, move left, hold X, move your 3DS back, but that's just awkward as fuck, and I would never play the game like that anyway. So what they expect you to do, they expect you to stand up, hold the 3DS in front of your face, and spin around with it to guide Sonic through the blue spheres. Now, in the first 3 zones, I would have thought, this is a stupid fucking way to control a game. I don't like it, especially for a handheld, where I could be on the bus or something, and if some asshole sees me playing this game, they're gonna think I'm a fucking tool. Yeah, I'm getting a Chaos Emerald, I'm sorry. I'm trying to get a Chaos Emerald. I'm sorry I have to stick my 3DS in your fucking face and wave around on the goddamn bus just for the opportunity to be supersonic. My bad. But then, Special Stage 4 and onwards creeps up on me. And what I have found is that they make you go left and right, left and right, left and right so often because of the boxy labyrinths they want you to go in these particular special stages that I started getting sick. I actually got nauseated and felt ill playing Special Stages 4 and onwards, where I had to pause the game, collect my bearings, sit down for a bit, and then go back to it to play it. You know, a game should not be nauseating you and making you feel sick while you fucking play it. Sonic Free Riders came close to doing that for me, but I could handle Sonic Free Riders even. But if you make me sick trying to get a goddamn Chaos Emerald where I'm spinning in circles, literally in circles, trying to get one fucking emerald, thanks! What a great handheld game to play anywhere. What a great handheld game to play on the bus or wherever. What were they fucking thinking? Those are the worst special stages I have ever played in any Sonic game. Don't care if you don't like the UFOs. I don't care if you don't like Puke Bag Zone from Sonic 1. This is the worst special stage I have ever fucking played. It makes you physically ill. I'm raging a lot. I'm sorry. Do I have anything positive to say about Sonic 3DS? The boss fights are way harder than the Wii U version. Not too much harder, but they're certainly more challenging, and there's a lot more going on with them. Lava Mountain doesn't have a bullshit level because all Lava Mountain is in the 3DS version is a boss rush where you're just refighting all of the Deadly Six again. So there are no actual levels in Lava Mountain. You're really getting 6 zones in this game. So if you're thinking Lava Mountain is going to be awful, oh, don't worry. Sky Road 2 is going to be awful, not Lava Mountain. There are touches of this game where it does function. Windy Hill and Desert Ruins are good levels because guess what? You're just being Sonic, homing attacking badniks, hitting springs, and doing what Sonic does. But every time a level like Sky Road 2 pops up, where they make you be the Asteroid Wisp, and you can't make one fucking mistake, otherwise you have to backtrack and do things over and over and over again, it's not fun, it's tedious. they have a lot more parkour thing going on in this game than they do the Wii U version. And that's funny, because people complain about the Wii U version having parkour issues. Like, oh, I can't get used to the parkour, I don't like this. And yet, you don't have to parkour that much in Wii U. In the 3DS version, you have to parkour. They literally have these little things where, even in Windy Hill 3, they make it so you have to wall run all the way to the ceiling so you can hit this booster pad. Otherwise, all these other booster pads at the bottom are going to send your ass back downwards. So you do have to master running up walls, running up all the way to the ceiling, pushing the boost button while you're on the wall, which even the Wii U version doesn't have. You don't have to push Y on a wall in order to get an extra bit of reach. At least not that I remember. And 2D levels aren't even fun in 3DS. I don't like the parkour system in the 3DS version. It's fine in the Wii U version because they don't force it down your throat. Most of the platforming in the Wii U version is just jumping to platforms. It's not so much about constantly wall running so that you can get to a top booster on the ceiling and stuff. It just doesn't flow well. Everything about this game feels clunky and awkward, and I've always been a defender of the Dimps games. Generations, Colors, Rush, Rush Adventure. I think Dimps is not that bad as people exaggerate them to be. But this is the worst Dimps game they have ever made. Sonic Rush Adventure, which I'm going to LP now, soon, is 10 times the game that Sonic Lost World is. So, I recommend the Wii U version. This is the worst Dimps game they have ever made. Sonic Lost World on 3DS is an absolute miss. Do not play it. The special stages will make you sick. The levels have too many gimmicks. The levels go on way too long. And they also cut out cutscenes that are in the Wii U version, making a little bit of the story not make sense sometimes. Like, I didn't run into you before, Xena. What are you talking about? So yeah. Absolutely get the Wii U version, not the 3DS version. 3DS version sucks. And that's all I got to say. I'm done. I just did like 8 or 6 vlog reviews tonight. My throat's sore. So that's what I've been playing lately. I probably had a lot of games I have played that I'm not talking about right now, but fuck it. I'll do it some other day. I am the Great Clement, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you enjoyed my opinions, and yeah, toodles.